Hi everybody, I'm Joey Paul and I'm an indie author, and today we're going to be talking about 44 things that I have learned since I started writing. I have done a number of these 44 videos, but I really wanted to do one on this topic because it's something that I feel kind of passionate about. So here we go. Number 1. When I first started, I was more concerned with getting the words on the page than any process. I've since learned that I am more of a pantser than I am a planner. Number 2. The rules everybody spouts aren't always as solid as people think. Sometimes you can break them. Number 3. There is no race to the finish line. This takes time, and that's a good thing. Number 4. That no matter how many times you try to perfect your work, there is always going to be people who just don't like it, and that's okay. Number 5. There's a difference between feedback and criticism. One provides you with information you can use, the other is just pulling you down. Number 6. There is no reason to skip any of the steps when it comes to publishing, no matter how tempting it is. It will bite you in the arse. Number 7. It's always a good idea to take a break between finishing a story before you start to edit. Number 8. When first starting out, editing as you go is not the good idea that I thought it was. Number 9. However, it is a good idea when you have a better grip on the story you're trying to tell. Number 10. A lot of people talk about planning and outlining, whether that's here on Authortube or in other writing spaces, but it's not always the way that works for you. Everybody has a different process, and that's okay. Number 11. I love telling stories, and while I always thought I would tell the same kind of stories, life has surprised me. Number 12. There's always going to be a shiny new plot. It's about making sure you trap the good ones and let the others go. Number 13. In the idea of plots, sometimes it's better to let them percolate than jumping right into them. Good things can come from this, and I speak from experience. Number 14. I have my own process, and it's something that I've come to rely on, but it's not static. Nothing is in writing. Everything changes, and that change isn't bad. Number 15. You don't have to be isolated when writing, and you don't have to hate what you write. Number 16. That said, you are allowed to have moments, or longer than a moment, when you find you don't like something about your work. Number 17. There is no right or wrong way to tell a story. You tell it your way, and that's okay. Number 18. You will, most likely, forget that cool idea you had just before sleep, so write it down. But don't worry if it makes no sense in the morning. It happens to us all. I could tell you stories about the notes I left myself. Number 19. Just because you finished a book or went through all that doesn't mean it should be published. Not all ideas work out, and that's okay. Number 20. Growing as a writer does take time. I look back at the books I wrote when I was a teen, when I was in my 20s, and I see growth. But I also look at a book I wrote a year ago, and I see it there too. Number 21. Everyone has their own path, their own process, and while jealousy happens, it's best to avoid it. Number 22. Reviews are going to come whether you want them or not. You have the choice to read them or the choice to ignore them. Number 23. Never be surprised at what cats can do with keyboards, and always save before you leave your computer alone. I can't tell you the number of times I've come back to second chapters added or edits added to my work because a cat has sat on a keyboard. Number 24. Talking of saving, it doesn't matter what you use to write program-wise, but always back up just in case. And number 25. Sometimes printing your chapters can save your backside when your backups fail. This has happened to me more times than I can count, which is why I print my chapters. Number 26. It's really easy to fall down a research hole, and sometimes you have to be okay with that. Number 27. Setting a schedule and writing to that really helps productivity, but you have to have days off. Number 28. On that note, having catch-up days will also save you when things happen that are out of your control. Number 29. Since I started having a writing log, what I write, when I write, how much, I find it easier for me to see the struggle chapters when looking back and editing. Number 30. That one piece of advice that everyone knows, write every day, has plagued me from the very start. I now have a better handle on things, but for a long time it was almost the reason I gave up. Number 31. Talking of giving up, it's okay to shelve or remove a project if you find you don't want to tell that story. That's okay. Number 32. But just make sure that it's about the story itself and not the shiny new idea you've come up with. That has been a pain for me in the past. Number 33. Worrying about tone and voice are valid, but in the first draft you just need to get the words on the page. Number 34, I'm a planner in my organisation, a pantser in the majority of my writing, and a big ball of stress if the two get mixed up. Number 35, sometimes it's good to take a mental health day or a day for self-care or a day to read and do nothing else. Number 36, but it's also good to sometimes skip those days, should you feel the need. There is no right or wrong way, you are the best judge of yourself, and you so use that judgment to decide. 37, I don't write well in coffee shops. I can manage a bit here and there, but the best place for me to write is at my computer with all the distractions or in bed. Number 38, I can be quite good at self-discipline, and other times that all goes out the window and I lose time on Tumblr or Twitter or the equivalent. Number 39, I'm very good at multitasking, whether this is writing 2 books at once or switching between a conversation with a friend and my chapter. I seem to be very good at all of that. Number 40, writer's block happens less and less to me now. I don't know if it's because I just word vomit on the page and correct it later, or if I'm getting better at avoiding it the longer I do this. Number 41, I always write better with a cat for keeping me company. Number 42, I can't listen to music with lyrics while I write or even instrumental, but I can listen to a thunderstorm with heavy rain and cafe sounds. To each their own. Number 43, on high pain days my characters will be grouchy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And number 44, I will never stop learning as a writer because I will never stop writing. So those are the 44 things that I've learned since I started writing. I will always keep learning because I will always keep writing. And I think that's a really good part of writing, is that as long as you keep going, you're always growing and you're always learning and you're always finding new ways to do things. So that's all I have time for today. If you want to support my channel, you can comment or subscribe. I post new videos on Thursdays. You can find me all over social media and my books are available everywhere. And don't forget to pre-order Lights Out, and if you do pre-order, don't forget to fill out the pre-order swag form, all the links to which are listed below. Thanks for watching, and remember to keep writing. Bye.